What's up, YouTube? This is Biblical Truther coming to you now with the second part of my Q-anon. Is Q-anon Christian? I would like to say absolutely not, and for those of you who believe that, man, get out of the delusion. I just want to point out a few things that might help you understand and help you ask some questions to those that you know are QAnon followers to shake them out of this nonsense. I just want to highlight a couple YouTube videos that are all about QAnon. One of them is Sheila Zelinsky. She has Mark Taylor, the self-proclaimed prophet, on her show a lot, and they're all about QAnon and Trump and backing, President Trump, who they claim is put there by God, which I have no doubt he probably is, but not for the reason that the Christian community is saying. Another one is Prophecy Club. There was a few weeks back, I woke up, my first thought upon opening my eyes is Paul Begley is a shill. And this was 2 days before he got hammered pretty hard on his channel about his Masonic ring and his Masonic ties and all the subjects that he covers, promoting Israel and promoting Trump and the Space Force and all this other nonsense that these shills put out there. But Prophecy Club, for one, for me, I quit watching a while back when he started wanting to charge people to teach them how to read Bible prophecy. Now, to me, that is a direct contradiction to what Jesus taught. Secondly, we don't need Stan to teach us how to read Bible prophecy, because some of the prophecies that he brings up or tries to tie into this world events that are going on is absurd. One being the new money system that Trump is trying to bring in, the cashless society. It's all part of the New World Order, you know what I'm saying? And it just saddens me to see so many Christians falling for this stuff. But I don't see where he gets off claiming to be a Christian and a prophet and wanting to charge people. That's no different than these Masonic preachers in the pulpits that are living the high life on their parishioners' tithes. It just blows me away, man. But another one is Trey Smith. I believe he lives in Israel. He hadn't put out a whole bunch of stuff, but he talks real heavy about the Sanhedrin. And if you know anything about the Sanhedrin, they follow the Talmud, which is the Kabbalistic doctrine from Babylon, a real ancient doctrine from way back, doctrines of demons, as Jesus put it. But he does have some good information. However, you kind of got to take what you I guess deem legit information and just disregard the rest, because he's he's one of these guys that are promoting the state of Israel as being the reconstituted Israel nation of the Bible that Isaiah, I think, talks about. But Israel is a people, not a UN founded nation. But regardless, X-22 report is the next big one. Whoever he is, promotes QAnon. He's forever posting or making videos on the new 4chan, 8chan BS that Q puts out. He's a Trump supporter, 100%. But I just want to ask you guys, these people, these few channels here talk about censorship and how the truth movement is being censored and all this stuff. But I just looked before I started making this video at X22 Report's new one from last night. It's only 7 hours old and has 177,000 views. Not even a full 12 hours, half a day. He's got almost 250,000 views. I've seen some where he was up in the 300,000 views, and he's only had them posted for 12 hours. That just tells me how many people are actually watching his garbage and believe in the whole QAnon Trump conspiracy against us, the people. One, Trump and Q, they're pushing their vaccine from their guy from Morocco. However, they're demonizing Bill Gates' vaccine, but both have the ID 2020 tracker device in them. So, for all those that claim to be Christians but don't want to see the writing on the wall that we are living revelations out right now, how can you say you believe in the Bible but you don't believe that it's happening right now? Jesus said, don't put your faith in man, and that's exactly what all them Christians who follow QAnon and Trump are doing. They're putting their faith in Trump, not in God. Now, God, yes, can use whoever he wants to, of course, but like I said in my first video, why would Satan not give you or demonize the Democrats to make the Republicans look better? They're all the same. They're all the same. I mean, they're the same government, the same liars that we've all known for years that do nothing but lie to us. They don't hold their word. I haven't seen Hillary locked up. You're never going to see Hillary locked up. You're never going to see all these secret indictments for all these elitists and royals and all this other garbage that they believe these secret indictments are for. And I've been saying since the beginning, since my awakening, my true awakening, not the QAnon awakening, but those indictments are going to be for the real patriots. Probably people like me and Richie from Boston and others that are speaking out against QAnon. I have no doubt that people like me and him and several others are probably the names that are on these secret indictments. But y'all can believe what you want to, but it's kind of like our democratic system, even though we're supposed to be a republic. But this democracy that they've got us under, this delusion that we have Republican and Democrat, they only give us two choices. So really, what kind of election is that? You got one evil for another. So pick which one that you think is a lesser evil. It just blows me away. I mean, how much more can they have a blatant vilification of the Democrats? In X22 Report, he's constantly saying they have to, why interfere when the enemy is destroying themselves? Well, I think they've destroyed themselves plenty enough by now for Trump to make his move if he was, here for the people. So I really pray you guys wake up and get off of this QAnon train and the Trump train, because there's just, you gotta see the nonsense in it. You gotta see the tracking system. I mean, this is the beast system. This is the Antichrist system. And Trump's bringing it right along, but he's got the good Antichrist system, whereas Bill Gates and the Democrats have the bad. Either way, they're both looking to oppress us, take our rights, and When have we ever got a right back that the government has taken? Never. Not one. Never. And like I said about Trump and his poem, the snake poem that everybody wondered why he would go about reading that to the people. And that's just his telegraph, kind of like Q says, future proves past. So everybody's going to see when Trump drops the hammer on us Christians, the real Christians, not those brain dead followers that he has, that we're going to look back and they're going to look back, and maybe it'll wake them up, maybe it won't. But people's going to think back to that poem. You knew I was a snake before you took me in. I mean, I don't know how else to explain this stuff to you guys. I mean, they can talk Bible prophecy, quote scripture all they want to. It doesn't mean a thing if they're not telling you Jesus Christ is going to save us. Not Trump, not QAnon. I just hate it for you guys that are falling for this. And I hope some of y'all that are following them, take into account all these few YouTube channels that are getting these astronomical views, because anybody that's talking about Jesus Christ, they don't get very many views at all. I'm talking channels in the 300,000 subscriber range might get 10,000, 20,000 views after a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Might even be a month. Some of these guys' videos are up and they barely breaking 10,000. So tell me, if the Democrats are running the social media platforms that are doing all this censorship, how or why would they allow all these QAnon conspirator followers to get 250,000 views in less than 12 hours? It just blows me away that people are still falling for this. I mean, if the Republican Party was really for the people and all the white hats were really for the people, they would have dropped the hammer on all these pedophiles long ago. And all it would take is to show the evidence to the people, even if they didn't support the arrest at the time. If you got all the evidence, X22, he's constantly saying they have it all. They have it all. Well, release it all, and that'll change the minds of the people. There's some people that are Democrats that are never going to be Republicans no matter what you show them. Just like there's Republicans that'll never be Democrats no matter what you show them. So how are y'all so brain dead to be wrapped up in this nonsense? I'm going to do another video in a while about the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, because I have a good feeling that the first horse, and there's a Watchman channel that I follow and it's taught in a lot of churches too, that the white horse doesn't ride till the Antichrist is revealed. He is the one that rides that white horse. He's given a bow and he sets out to conquering and to conquer. But I think that white horse is riding, that white horse is riding, because in Revelations all it says is that the rider on the white horse. Now John was seeing this stuff in a spiritual sense. So if it was the son of perdition, why didn't he say that? If it was the lawless one, why didn't he say that? He just said there was a man riding the white horse, and I believe because he was seeing in the spirit that it is the Antichrist spirit that is taking over the world, that are blinding those that had the real faith in Christ and still claim they do, but want to follow Trump, follow QAnon, and think that they're going to really clean this world up. Satan is the god of this world. He runs this world. So you think for a minute that he's going to allow these people to take him and his people out? I just don't see that happening. I see him setting these people up, the Democrats, because you can't get no more blatant of how satanic that side is than they already have. So he's going to set up the good side. He's going to have his good guys, his white hats, the illuminated ones, the false light that he is. You know what I'm saying? He's going to set these people up as the good totalitarian government. Because Trump is rolling right along with contact tracing. He's rolling right along with the ID 2020. You tell me where he's doing anything for the people that's different than the Democrats. Because just like in that stimulus bill for the first stimulus checks, they rolled in that bill the red flag laws. But wasn't Trump against that? Isn't he for the the NRA, Second Amendment, blah blah blah? But yet they were so eager to sign that stimulus bill with the red flag laws in it. So how about all these Trump supporters start digging into all these executive orders? Because these executive orders that he's been signing is doing nothing but taking our rights, oppressing us even further, and giving him and his military, the Antichrist military. And I'm not saying he's the Antichrist, but he is ran by that spirit, I do believe 100%. He's just giving them the right to take us out as Christians. They're setting us up to be the fall guys. But he's going to have even the elect deceived by the end of all this. And it's just a sad thing to watch because the evidence is there. Just think about it. Think about it. We're living out Revelations. And there's going to come a time where they're going to require a mark, or you can't buy or sell. And Trump is delivering that mark and his good vaccine. That's kind of just like the chemtrail situation a while back when Q was talking about Trump has taken over the chemtrail the chemtrail program. But now he's spraying us with vitamins. He's spraying us with vitamins to counteract the harmful stuff that the Democrats were spraying on us. But God made a perfect human being body. We can heal ourselves. We don't need Trump to spray us with vitamins to counteract what they've already sprayed on us as far as the heavy metals are concerned. It's absurd. If they just stopped spraying us, period, our bodies would heal. We process these heavy metals out of our bodies so long as they're not piling up and piling up and piling up, which is exactly what's going on. And they haven't stopped spraying. I see it every day. But for all you who didn't believe in the whole chemtrail theory, Q had to come out because it was such a big deal. And people were asking the question, oh no, we white hats took the program over. But we're going to spray y'all still, but just with good spray. You know what I'm saying? How absurd is it, man? Wake up. They're not here for you. They're not here for me. They're just pushing the agenda just with the white hat. Claiming it's a white hat. And against the black hats or whatever they call them. You know, they're going to make y'all accept him as though he's a good guy, all the while doing the same thing that the bad guys, he's got y'all convinced are bad guys, the same thing that they did. think about these things, man. Stop blindly following these idiots who are just playing y'all for fools. Playing us for fools. We are not that stupid, but they have got us pinned down to where we just want to believe in something like that. I would love to believe that Trump and Q is real and they're really going to do what they say they set out to do, but you can't get no more evidence than there's already out there. So what more can they bring to the table other than video and audio and all the stuff that they supposedly have on all these royals and elites and whatnot? Throw it out there. Where's your evidence? That would convince everybody. You don't have to keep playing along. As X-22 constantly says, Trump's just letting them destroy themselves. Well, they're destroying us at the same time. They put us out of work. They cost us 40 million jobs and counting. They're still pushing the mask situation, which is basically going to come to be mandatory all over the place. So if Trump could stop the little situation in Seattle with Chaz, why hasn't he? Everybody sees what's going on. There's no more that you need to see, that the public needs to see to understand where the Democrat states and cities, how they're being ran. There's nothing else that needs to be seen. So why hasn't he stopped it? Because he's not gonna stop it. It's just sad day in America that people can't think for themselves, that they are blindly just following whoever sounds good at the moment. How much is it gonna take for people to wake up? It's gonna take you following Jesus Christ to wake you up. Give up on Q-anon. Give up on Trump. They are not here to help. They are not going to help. When he gets reelected, you're going to see the snake that he told you about in that speech. That's when the hammer's going to drop on us, if it don't drop before then. I have a feeling we're going to see something very serious here soon, but it's coming, and he's not going to stop it. They're not going to stop it. I don't care how many X-22 talks about the trap. The trap is set. The deep state's falling in it. Well, they're all deep state, dude. All of them. Wake up, America. Jesus is coming, and they lose. So what side are you going to be on? I hope you pick right, man. Peace and grace.